Well, it's been a while, boys. We are back here on another Ravens video. So I'm sorry it came a bit late. You know, it's been after the bye week and shit. I'm recording it on the Monday before Monday Night Football between the Eagles and the football team. But yeah, I'm gonna try and have the Panthers preview as soon as possible after that. But first things first, we're gonna go ahead and review this Monday night game. That again, it's been a week till this day. Today it's been a week, so we had all the time to just let it marinate in our minds. Already have opinions here. So the Ravens 27, Saints 13 was the score. The Ravens improved to 6-3 with that win, third win in a row, entering the bye. And again, I'm going to talk about the bye week later on in this video. But first things first, I'm going to address the game because you haven't got to hear anything about this game. So we're going to go through the stats here. First things first, Lamar went 12 out of 22, 133 yards, one passing TD, rushed 11 times for 82. All right. You know, a very decent game, a very solid game by Lamar. Kenyon Drake, he got the ball 24 times, 93 yards, 3.9 per carry. He had like a bad run that kind of ruined his yards per carry, so you know he was pretty much over 4. Justice Hill had 4 for 11. No other contribution from the other running backs, unfortunately. But yeah, through the air. Isaiah Likely, he had the most yards, 24. Again, the pass game, it's really not something I'm enjoying from this game. Likely led with 24 yards and 1 reception, and he had a touchdown as well in his first start. James Prochet, 2 for 22. Josh Oliver, 1 for 19. Deshaun Jackson, 1 for 16. Kenyon Drake, 2 for 16. Demarcus Robinson, 1 for 12. Justice Hill, 1 for 8. Mike Davis, 1 for 7. Devin Duvernay, 1 for 5. Patrick Ricard, 1 for 4. So, basically, again, it looks like Lamar with our top guys like Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews out, we spread the ball around. So, again, goodbye Lamar, testing the guys, trusting the guys and seeing what they can do. And they've pretty much capitalized. Every single pass went over 10 yards. So, pretty much. So defensively, oh, and special teams wise, we only got 1 kick return. 1 kick return out of Devin Duvernay. And that's pretty much it. Out of all. Defensively, 2.5 sacks for Justin Houston. Justin Houston is second in sacks now, and he played 3 less games than Matthew Judon. So he's been having a better season than Matthew Judon. And Matthew Judon is considered a defensive player of the year candidate. But again, Justin Houston, he's been getting these real wins. That's the difference. And even with the 3 games missed, he's on pace for 19 sacks. He's on pace for 19 sacks. So that is insane. Justin Houston, he's playing like he's 24. He's playing like he's 24 and he's 36 years old. Good God. The other sacks, Calais had half a sack, and Marlon Humphrey got a sack. Oh, and Justin Houston, he got a pick as well. He also got a pick off a batted pass from Brent Urban. So I'm going to talk about the offense first off. Offensively, Offensively, it was a solid day. We decided to just go and play bully ball on the Saints, and that's pretty much our biggest bully ball kind of game in a while. In a solid minute from this team, we were able to actually run the ball all over the Saints. Drake did his thing. Lamar had his nice runs, efficient runner. And that was pretty much it. With Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins both out in this game, I mean, again, we pretty much had Kenyon Drake, and he did his job. I think he did his job. So you'll love to see it. Another thing for offensively, offensively, I think Greg Roman called a good game. Honestly, we're in a tough position. He did his job, and again, I'm really not going to go and call him insane and say, hey, because again, you pretty much know what you're gonna get from Greg Roman. He's gonna be good at running. If he can run the ball on you, it's gonna be effective. But if it's anything else, it's just horrible. He can't do anything else. So again, the run game doing what the run game's doing, you pretty much got what you expected. You really got what you expected from him. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit here. But yeah, I'm not going to give him I'm not going to go crazy. Again, injured Saints, you pretty much went there, did the job you had to do, or else there was going to be issues. So, okay, good game called by him. Kenyon Drake had himself a night, like I'm saying. He's been a signing that started off really, really slow. That looked pretty much like a lost cause, along with guys like Mike Davis. But ever since the Giants game, he's really started going off. And to me, it wasn't something I expected that from him every week. So that's why I was a bit worried when Gus went down again. But look, in his first game as a starter, look at what he's done. So you'll love to see it from him. And he pretty much and he's earned himself a spot. He's earned himself a spot in the rotation, even with Gus and Dobbins out there. So good. But so hey, Lamar had a good day. I really like what I saw from Lamar. He did what he needed to do. He pretty much did what he needed to do. He had his overthrows. Well, every QB has overthrows, so I'm really not going to go crazy over it. People are going to. Whether we win or lose, Lamar can have one bad throw the entire game, and it's going to go over social media. So, but me, I'm really not going to go crazy over it. And I'm sure he's not sweating. He's really not sweating it right now. Because, again, he got the win. He did enough. And it was pretty much the game plan. He had some drops as well, but he had some missed throws. And he can clean that up. But at the same time, it's inevitable for him. He's going to have these throws. Every QB has those. All right? Because, again, it's more memorable for him because his passing volume is very low. You have guys like Josh Allen, guys like Patrick Mahomes. They would throw the ball 70 times and maybe 10 overthrows, maybe 10 very poor throws. But people wouldn't remember them because they threw the ball so many times. It's hard to keep track of what ball was good, how many bad balls you threw. So, again, that's why I really don't like this philosophy. It's not unlocking Lamar, but that's a conversation for another day. It's pretty much an off-season thing. You've heard this talked about in a lot of Twitter circles and shit like that. it's pretty much beating a dead horse. There's really nothing you can do about it. Hopefully we do something in the playoffs with it, but hey, if you have to ask me right now, win a playoff game. If we face Buffalo or KC, we get absolutely bounced because it's pretty much it. It is what it is. But yeah, man. For the receivers, Isaiah Likely, he had one reception. Again, we really split the ball. Lamar has been spreading the ball with Andrews out, so hey, every guy got their share. And honestly, I think they did enough to win this game. So good for them. Offensive line has been really. It's been doing well. It's been doing well. It's been doing very, very well. Honestly, I can say it's been doing well. So, you know, especially with Ronnie Stanley coming back. Ronnie Stanley, the fact that Ronnie Stanley comes back from a career-altering injury and plays the way he's doing right now is not talked about enough. This is an injury that he's not supposed to come back from. So, big props to him. He's playing as good as he did before that injury. This season, he has a 92 pass blocking grade. 0 sacks allowed, pressure rate around 1.7%. Again, we did not lose Ronnie Stanley. Ronnie Stanley is back, and it's very much showing. The best offensive line play we've had since 2019, by far. So, offensively, good game. We pretty much played bully ball. It's not going to work in the playoffs, but it worked in this game against an injured Saints team. So, we good. So now defensively. I'm going to need to start with Justin Houston. Justin Houston has been lights out. Justin Houston has been our best pass rusher this season. And if I told you, if anybody told you before the season that Justin Houston would be our best pass rusher and would hit double-digit sacks, you would call that person crazy. But it's about to be reality. Every person would expect it to be Owe. Well, Odafe Owe, by the way, for you, it's going to be time. It's going to be time for you to really step it up. Because now, you're running out of excuses with Bowser coming back. He came back already. Jaw was going to be coming back. So we're going to have a lot of help on the way for you. So we're going to need you to really step it up after the bye and in that last stretch. So pretty much have a thing for you right there. But look, he's in a 19 sack pace right now. And if he played every game this season, Justin Houston would have 12 sacks. He'd be right there with Judon. That means. And again, the difference, real wins. So you love to see it from him. Again, secondary, lights out. Marlon Humphrey did his job. Kyle Hamilton has been really playing great this season, and it's not being talked about enough. It's really, what's funny is that it's been crickets. It's really been crickets, okay? With that one play against Miami, which wasn't even totally his fault. I mean, that was really, people were going crazy for that play. But then him, just him playing that well this season. Playing great. There is absolutely zero talk about it. And it's really flabbergasting. Honestly. Absolutely flabbergasting. But Kyle Hamilton, you're getting your credit. You're getting your credit. Snaps going up every game, and it's showing, and it's earned. It's earned, 100% earned. So for you, good. Chuck Clark, he didn't play a bad game. Same for Geno Stone, and I know people. Same for Marcus Peters, even like he's been up and down. He's been pretty much up and down the whole year. He's been getting a bit cooked at times, but other than that, it hasn't really been much. He hasn't getting crazy picks, but hey, he hasn't been terrible at all. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, they allowed that play. Like, okay, it could have been a perfect game by the defense if it wasn't allowed. But hey, like Chuck Clark, it doesn't mean he played a bad game. It doesn't mean he played a bad game. Again, like you might just look at this play and be like, oh, they played a bad game. Like no, it's not like it's one play, and that play it's lacking attention. Nobody's talking about that play because it's so irrelevant. So, bro, like, chill out. Like, the fans are just overreacting over just plays that happen in garbage time. Like, dude, you would want these to be cleaned up. Yes. Because if this happens in a way closer game, then yeah, okay, I'm going to give you that. But no, it did not happen in a close game. So why are you freaking out about it? So, hey, this is all I'm going to say about it. Overall, good game by the team. Very, very, very good game. And, man. Oh, and lastly, Roquan Smith. He had his debut. He's been playing amazing. He's played amazing. He fits the defense immediately, like glue. And bro, he's better than advertised. Patrick Queen, again, people love to clown on him when he's having one bad play. All right, like nobody's talking about him playing well, I guess, but he's been really good. He had a really good game alongside Roquan. The team overall did a good job holding Alvin Kamara in check. Really didn't do much. I don't think he even eclipsed what? I don't think he eclipsed like 50 yards even. Wait a second, I'm going to check myself here. He didn't eclipse 50 yards. That I know for sure. Yeah, he had 30 yards. He actually had 62. Oh, okay. So, 62 yards. It's fine. Okay, like, you had Alvin Kamara get like 200 yards the week prior. Like, dude, he absolutely ran all over the Raiders. So it could have been much, much worse. So, good game by the defense. Good game by the defense. Mike McDonald, again, his defense is getting better and better every week. You'll love to see it. Like I've been saying a lot of the time, Mike McDonald has been our best coach this year. For sure. He's a rookie. He's improved every single week. So you'll love to see it from him. Big shout out. And yeah, the Ravens are coming off hot. Coming out of the bye hot. It was a well-needed win. Very, very well needed. Heading into back home against the Panthers next week. I'm going to talk about more in the preview. So, again, momentum. 3-game win streak. And completely dominated Tampa for a half and New Orleans for the whole game. And the bye is coming at a perfect time. And it allows key players to get healthy. And, again, we've had, like, what? 3 games in, like, 21 days or something like that? Yeah, 3 games in, like, a 21-day window. So we've had a lot of rest. 3 Sundays in a row without playing. And Mark Andrews, Gus Edwards, Marcus Williams, David Ojabo, Charlie Kolar, and J.K. Dobbins should all be back after the bye. So that's very, very good news. And by the way, Kolar's actually activated to the 53-man. He's actually on the 53-man right now. He got activated. So, hey, good. So we're getting guys back healthy for that final stretch. Hopefully the team continues to stay dominant like it did. But, yeah, man. The first half of the season, again, it was very, very much up and down. It took us time for us to really get going. We were really back and forth. We were really inconsistent the first 6 weeks. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And, yeah, man, we could really be 9-0. Because, I mean, we blew 3 leads. We blew 3 leads that we shouldn't have blown. But, again, it's really coming together. Because in the past 2 games, we've been able to close it out. We've been able to really solidify the win. I'm not going to count the Browns because, hey, it was a close call there, but hey, if you want, you can count the Browns. But things are really coming together. Things are really coming together, and I'm expecting us to not repeat the same mistakes after the bye, like blowing leads and all this bullshit. I mean, for Greg Roman mistakes, I don't have expectations for this dude anymore. So if you want to do whatever you want, but in the playoffs, you just don't screw around and make us lose. Just please. But yeah, man. I can't really say this team is above number 3 spot in the AFC. I cannot. And the reason why is because, again, you have a deep roster, right? You do. But you painted the entire house and left one room unpainted. And that room unpainted is the wide receiver room. Again, you didn't know Rashad Bateman was going to be out for a season before the trade deadline. But you knew he was going to get injured. And regardless, you needed help on the wide receiver core. So, you really didn't have any excuses. But, am I surprised? No. Am I disappointed? Of course. Because, again, you would want the team to change their philosophy, the way they view positions. Because it's not the year 2000, it's 2022. Okay? Ever since that 2000 defense, it hasn't ever worked. So, you just please, I know it was a great year, but get over it. So again, it's even with the receiving core we have right now, we could win out, but against Buffalo or Kansas City, it's not gonna matter. It's really not. It's not gonna matter. But hopefully they pull through. But hey, I really don't have much hope. Because, again, the fact that we have Benjamin Victor employed, actually active, it really tells us something. Because there's a reason Benjamin Victor has never played an NFL game before. So I'm just saying that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Click the like button. Comment down below your thoughts. And I'm going to see you guys in the preview. I hope you guys enjoyed.